what you want.
Welcome back, nerds. No means nerds. No means no nicks. I can't even remember the names anymore. No means nobodies. To the No Means No Thing podcast. The podcast where three absolute fucking idiots are going to try their very best to figure out the greatest No Means No song of all time. Spoilers, there isn't one. I'm one of your hosts, Jordan.
Hi, Matthew. What's going on?
I'm Michelle, and I just ate very quickly.
She just wolfed some spaghetti.
Wolf some spaghettis.
I would like to call foul. You told me that you started, you gave me a window of 25 minutes.
No, it was no, Holmes. It was 10 minutes. Yeah.
10 minutes that works.
Yeah.
10 minutes I'll say is right on the border.
Yeah, well.
For spaghetti.
It depends on whether you eat with your hands or not.
That's fair.
No, a fork and a spoon and 4 fake meatballs.
And hands.
Knives and forks.
I
that's great.
my spaghetti.
As you should. As all reasonable people do who don't like to slurp shit.
No, I don't like to slurp shit.
Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the semi-dormant No Means Nothing podcast. We're back for now with another episode as we crawl our way to this finish line. I think part of it is
dormant. I'm fucking exhausted.
I'm exhausted. And I also just don't want the shit to be over. So it's easy to kind of go I don't know, if we delay it, it'll never end. So we're back. Super happy to be here. I miss these guys a lot. I miss thinking about this band. Been listening to it a lot. Took a little bit of a break actually from listening to them, but I've been diving back into that. Plenty on the, I don't know. I'm seeing all sorts of great shit. I wish I meant to look up the guy's name before we started recording, but if you're listening to this podcast and you're that guy who's been teaching his high school music students to play No Means No songs at their recitals, that's fucking, that rules.
Marry me.
Yeah, that rules. And the couple of spoiler sports who were under there going I couldn't really listen to it. Whoever you are, fuck you. I mean, thank you for listening to the podcast, but on the other hand, fuck you.
It's the same people who have a problem with Chrissy Lee being in Dead Bob.
Yeah. Fuck that.
It's a girl.
In any event, and
girl in the bed.
In any event, Dead Bob's killing it, slaying it as usual.
I'll be seeing them Saturday, Holmes.
God
I'll be seeing
damn
them
it!
Saturday.
Fuck you!
I'm going.
Fuck you, some bitch.
Fuck you.
Tell him they got.
Fuck you. Nothing.
Ask him what the secret. You don't say it on air, but ask him what their sub rosa plans are for rejiggering their tour here of Northern California. Because I know they want to, but I just want to know if they have plans.
Hey, I'd stick them in my trunk and drive them in here if I could. If I wouldn't lose my Nexus pass, I would do it
after the midterms.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey,
exactly. You can remind him that they have always a place to stay here in sunny, foggy Petaluma. In any event, we're going to go ahead and get started, ladies and gentlemen. But before we do that, we like to talk about what we're drinking. And the reason I'm jumping to this so quickly is because I want to fucking start drinking whiskey. So I've got my whiskey. It's a big fat pour.
Oh yeah, that's a couple fingers
of the real stiff stuff. So we better make this episode fast, or otherwise I probably won't make it. But I'm looking forward to it. So here we go. This is that rye whiskey from Redwood Empire. It's that super high proof, 101 proof, I think. Anyway, it's fucking great. I love it. Michelle, what is on your docket this evening?
I had fake meatballs tonight, my dinner, and I've got fake Guinness tonight because I was at knit night tonight where I already had 2 real Guinness. I had Guinness and...
Sweet. Guinness. Yeah.
Believe me, I would very much like a real Guinness, but...
It may be faux Guinness, but it still gives me that ASMR. I love it.
Lovely.
Yep. Yeah.
Matthew.
And speaking of ASMR, I would like attention paid to the little bit of engineering I did to get my microphone in front of my mug. Using an old mic stand or old lamp stand.
Yeah,
shout out to Chuck. You can quit fucking complaining about Matthew mumbling because now he'll mumble straight into the microphone.
Directly
he'll still mumble, but it'll be in the microphone. So just fucking back off, man. We love you. Seriously. So what did you got to drink, Matthew?
I got 2 cans right here. They're both from the same lovely friend. My friend Amber has produced both of these for me. One of them she actually brought all the way back from New Zealand. It's been in my refrigerator since February or March, and I've been saving it. It is L&P and
What's that?
lemon and pyroa, which I believe is the name of a spring water spring on the North Island of New Zealand. So it's just a non-alcoholic lemony seltzer drink of some sort. And after I'm done that, I have this lovely thing. I think you guys will probably love the look
What's
of that.
that?
I think
Fucking
that
love that. Look, it's a jack-o'-lantern.
It's a
This is from Superflux Brewing here in Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada, and it is a banana chocolate pudding stout.
Ew!
Yum! That sounds delicious.
No.
Yum.
No.
Yum.
Banana.
So I don't know which I'm
no.
going to do first. Whether I'm going to do the
Don't tell us.
God.
the boozy one first and the
Chocolate pudding, yes. Banana, no. Fuck that.
I
and
go
I have
first.
later on if we get really far into it, I have also a pear yuzu sour.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Well, if it helps you decide anymore, I go first this time, and so you can sit back and hear your thoughts. So if that means it's better to get booze first or not, that's up to you. But
I think I do the booze first because
Nice.
this is real chewy, and then the lemony thing will be more refreshing.
that's right.
Dude,
It's a
that's
little
gonna
amuse
taste
bouche. It's not. It's going to taste good. Are you fucking kidding me?
Banana beer? What the fuck?
Yes.
Banana chocolate pudding. beer.
Banana
No.
chocolate pudding beer. Bananas and chocolate are like a special mixture. So you can fuck off with
That's
that.
what you give
ick.
like toddlers.
Yeah, and
beer.
toddlers fucking rule. They know what they like.
Banana
They
chocolate
like
stout.
good shit. Yeah.
Oh God!
Fucking, I'd give my toddler banana chocolate stout. Best night of my life. Slept through the night. All right.
My mom was prescribed by her English country doctor, Dr. Tibbets,
I'm waiting for
Tibbets.
to drink half a glass of stout when she was pregnant with me.
it. Yeah,
Fuck
Yeah.
yeah.
it's all making sense now.
For the iron and the base
Irony.
level alcoholism.
The iron
think-
and the irony.
I think my mom smoked while I was in utero, which is why I looked like I was 12 years old until I was 22, probably because everything was stunted from the cigarette
Oh,
smoke.
wow.
All right, here we
That's-
go.
That's banana-y.
It is nice. What about the chocolate? You got any chocolate in there or mostly
No,
banana?
probably
Mostly
not.
banana.
Yeah, the
Ow!
chocolate probably merges into the stout in a way that it'd be hard to differentiate,
that's
but the banana is
gross.
right out front.
Dump it.
Yeah,
Dump
no,
it
it's right
now.
out front, but it drops off pretty fast, and now it tastes pretty nice.
Nice.
You're just
so it's
saying
just
that.
a little bit of novelty and then some comfort. All right, I'm going to roll the dice. You guys ready for our first fucking round of this bullshit?
It's the kind of thing I think about if I want to puke. Banana.
You son of a
Banana
bitch.
and fucking.
Don't
Ugh.
yuck his yum. All right, here
I'm
we go.
yucking. All right.
I'm drawn.
Spin your
drawn
wheel. Spin your wheel. We're here for.
Uh-oh. Oh, shit. God damn.
All right,
Okay, hold on. This round is Give Me the Push versus Joyful Reunion.
Oh.
Fucking hell. Two kind of in the pocket. Same pocket. Anyway, we're going to hear a couple clips first while we think about these. Here is Give Me the Push. God bless you, Parker, for picking that best part. All right, here we go. Joyful Reunion. Good Jesus Christ.
Wow,
All
Jordan,
right.
you got to pick an instrument, man. You go from guitar to bass to drums.
Why the fuck now? Because it all rules. It all rules. I go where the spirit takes me.
Oh, man.
Yeah, unfortunately for these two, I'm full on fucking air band while these play. I can't. I'm not sitting here stoically. I can't help it. All right, I'm gonna go first. Oh, Jesus H. Okay. Actually, in essence, two really good songs to put against each other, I think, because they're both
are intense.
They're both incredibly intense. They're both incredibly driving.
They both go to 11.
They both. Well, I think that's too low. These are the ones that like get the fucking knob goes to red and then blows out, and you're like, "Fuck, put it back on." Put it back in. So, give me the push and joyful reunion. Fuck, what do I want to say about these? These are, in another sense, very different because "Give Me the Push" is one of those songs that, for me, is incredibly emotionally affecting in a very positive way. Like it gets me really riled up, and I've talked about this with other No Means No songs, but I'm someone who has nascent ADHD. I'm sure of it. Both of my kids have it pretty severely, right? But and I find this in music often, my attention will wander and I'll get 2/3 of the way through the song and then realize, fuck, I got to rewind it and really pay attention to it. No, most of No Means No, if not all of it, I really lock into. And these two songs in particular, and Give Me the Push in particular, every fucking note just grabs me and keeps me going. And what's interesting to me about Give Me the Push is that that's mostly musical, right? Like it's the music that does it for me.
There you go.
The lyrics in this song are great, but
they're not a lot of them.
There's not a lot of them, and they're very spare, and they're very just like, they're very just emotional from the gut as a kind of like immediate call to action, not as it's not like Joyful Reunion, which has more, they're not, I won't say nuanced. They are nuanced in the way that Rob writes nuanced lyrics. They're also very fucking in your face, but there's more to them. They're more meaty. Also though, Give Me the Push, that break that Parker put in is perhaps one of my favorite musical breaks in all of No Means No. Like I just fucking love it. Now it doesn't have Andy, so it's hard to say that because I think, when you add Andy into a musical break, it takes it to fucking 30. But in terms of Rob's bass work and John playing with Rob, that break is just transcendent to me. It plays in that sort of Eastern mode. It's got that open, I've talked about before, the D and the open D with the G string playing just really gets me going. And I don't think there's any song that does it finer than this one. And I just think the pacing of it too, the way it comes, it gets, they do that thing of getting really quiet before it just fucking busts out of the gate and then just ends with a wall of noise before going back into the main lick, is in a sense a No Means No formula, but the kind of formula that doesn't feel formulaic to me. It's really just, I don't know, man. Musically, this song just absolutely fucking floors me. And then Joyful Reunion, a song that has no bass. So it's one of my favorite bass lines of Rob's. And here's a song that has no bass. It's all guitars, all drums, all the time. Double track drums. And I mean, fucking this Joyful Reunion is like for sure probably my favorite closer of any No Means No album. A absolute banger, just a anthemic, joyous, dark, but joyful, like literally smashed through the looking glass fucker song, right? Like this song absolutely breached through the fourth wall of my headphones, throttles me and drags me into its face and screams at me, but not the kind of screaming that makes me cringe back, the kind of screaming that makes me pull closer and say, yes, louder, daddy. I need more of that now. It is, well, get used to it. It's so fucking alive. Why does Matthew brandishing a knife?
Oh my God!
I guess he's Teresa.
Matthew.
Matthew's
trying to
holding
think
up a
about
knife
what I'm going to say, and you're like doing the knife. Teresa, yes.
Please give me the knife. So, fuck, man, how do you compare these two? I mean, they're different eras. We've got Andy versus post Andy. We've got a joyous bass line versus I will say, frankly, musically simple song, not in a bad way, but just in the way it's not playing around with a lot of stuff. It's a couple chords and a fucking driving bass drum line that is intense, but not wildly varied. So interesting to note for me now that I'm kind of riffing on it, how
stampede of a song.
How they can create such musical intensity that in a sense feels familiar, but in two completely different ways, right? Like these are none of the elements individually in these songs match up at all. One is lyrically complex, one is not. One has a complex bass line, one does not, right? Like, I don't know, but they both give me that feeling of just sitting in place and feeling absolutely, in the best possible way, overwhelmed by my feelings of what they bring forward in me, which they're cathartic, right? These are the kind of not reflective No Means No songs. These are the No Means No songs that bring on instant catharsis. And that's how I use these two. When I use No Means No music, it's for different reasons. These are the songs where I need to fucking plug in and just really feel some joy for a minute. Reliably. Exactly. Reliably, either of these songs will give me that push. 100%. I can absolutely push these on. I don't care how foul I'm feeling, how pissed off I'm feeling. I will do nothing but just be in the fucking pocket for the runtime of both of these songs. Man, I'll probably have more to say about it, but I'm going to stop there for now and wait till my second round of thinking about it. But Michelle, what do you want to say about either of these two absolute bangers?
I would like to reiterate everything you just said.
Good. That's good. I'm glad.
And Matthew.
So yeah, Michelle just like put her 4 fingers out to the camera, just did the ditto. So, what's it? Oh, it's like me too.
No.
Nope.
Oh,
just,
come on.
Just wax a little bit. Get a little bit like what is musically? What do these do for you?
Okay, give me the push. I do think John's pretty busy in the background there. Not as much as Joyful Reunion, where it's pretty prominent up front. But I do like how you can tell he's like huffing and puffing back there. I do like when we were listening to it, like I said, you were playing all the instruments, and then you went into a little Muhammad Ali. You were punching something. It was hilarious.
Fuck yeah.
I think both of them have like a major chord kind of thing where it's minor, but then the emphasis on the song resolves to the major chord resolution
right.
kind of thing. This resolves itself. Yeah.
Joyful, it's joy.
Yeah.
It also the joy of not giving a fuck.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know if I can add anymore. God damn it. I don't.
Well, think about it. You're going to get another chance. We'll pass on to Michael.
Who can do
Michael,
this?
Jesus Christ.
Michael.
I'm already whiskey deep.
Whoa.
Matthew. And let's hear what he has to say, and then we'll take another stab at this.
Yeah. Thank you.
Strong feelings about Joyful Reunion. Give me the push. Definitely, yeah. It's a grower, not a shower, because it's one of those ones that I didn't really pay attention to, and yeah, it definitely takes you over. Joyful Reunion has both for me. It's got the musical intensity, and it's got some of my favorite lyrics of any No Means No song. Give me the push. It is a tapestry. It's a woven carpet. It's one of those Deekers that we've talked about.
Yep.
It is a meditative, repetitive prayer. In a manner of speaking, like it doesn't really again have much to say lyrics wise. So yeah, it's really just sort of about the feeling and the energy that it gives you. Very, very constructed, very, very conscious. Whereas Joyful Reunion, it's meditative in a different way. I think like the music is not very complex. It is repetitive as well, but it is like it's like you've unleashed it. They unleashed it. And it just like at the top of a hill, it is a bunch of rocks, and somebody pulled out the little thing that keeps the rocks in place. And it is
That's right.
Just gonna bounce down that hill and smash everything.
It's like those videos of avalanches you come across sometimes. It's like, oh shit, here it comes. Am I gonna get buried, or is it gonna fall into the ravine? I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know, but you're smiling though. You're smiling.
Oh fuck yeah! Like bring it. Bury
Not a force of nature exactly. It's something that's been triggered, but something that you can control once it has been triggered. And it is a song that doesn't give a fuck. It is about resurrection. It's about destruction. It's about just being powerful, being resilient, and as such, it means a lot to me, particularly in the rising and falling of life. The peaks and valleys of life, and particularly the confusion of middle age, where you realize that you're past the halfway point in your life, and you haven't figured out much more than you knew before, because you figured out that you don't know shit.
Okay.
And some of the just like really, really best lyrics. I mean, I've said that before, that were I to be a tattooy sort of guy, that lyrics from 0 + 2 = 1 might be some of the ones that I would put on into my corpus, into my flesh. But Joyful Reunion maybe even more so.
Yeah, this one's got some bangers. Jesus Christ.
It truly does. And I've said probably every time that we've talked about this, that this song was really important to me when my dad was sick.
Yeah.
And when I was kind of getting over, and we're just coming up on the 6th anniversary of my dad's passing, and just it still means every bit as much to me. I'll grow up again with the first rain just the same. That one, that means a lot to me. The period of dormancy. The vitality is still there. It's just like closed in a bud, and closed in a seed, dormant. Or
after you've been ground into the ground, right? Like you've been. It's not just a gentle throwing the seed onto the soil. It's grinding you down, and then the dormancy before you grow again. Yeah.
Yeah. No, absolutely.
Fuck.
Yeah. Again. I think I've mentioned this before, transcribed into this internet thing, we will raise the institutions. They have RAISE, but it's not. It's
RAZE. It's RAZE every fucking day, man, all the time, 100%. Which is again one of their word plays. That's like fuck yeah, it is like that's these guys, man. Fuck yeah, Rob. Jesus.
Yeah, Rob. Yeah, totally, Rob. Yep.
Smash through the looking glass, fucker.
Fucker.
I don't really know. To compare these songs again, they're full on, but they're full on in different ways, and I think they might speak to me differently on different days, different moods, different points in those peaks and valleys that I mentioned, and they're both. It's not optimism exactly. It's just indomitability.
Yes. It's not an optimism that looks aside of the travails. It's one that takes the travails and hugs them and says, fuck this, I'm going down anyway, right? Like, I'm going to fucking move forward even while I'm hugging the shit. I'm not saying, no, that's okay. There's no shit. Yeah.
It grapples with it. It's not fucking karate. It is Brazilian jiu-jitsu or aikido or something, judo or something like that. Take that momentum, roll with it, make it part of you. And
chocolate pudding banana could be that too.
Exactly.
Like I'm making that part of me. And I really wish the where this format falls down for me a little bit is that, though, of course I've listened to these songs many, many, many times. I've listened to Joyful Reunion many, many, many more times than I've listened to Give Me the Push, and I do not remember the what this went up against and who voted for what.
Shit,
and such.
I don't know.
Give Me the Push.
You got that handy?
I got that handy. I can tell you if you want.
Man, I
I'd be
love
interested
that stuff.
to know my own rationale. Or whether I even voted for it.
I should, and I think I've done that in past episodes, and I didn't this time because we've been inconsistent, and so I'm not ready. But I will read that out right now. What both of these went up against?
Yeah, I like that. I love that.
So we'll do that. Then I'll do my second round of talking about them, and then Michelle, and then you, Matthew. And we'll kind of do all of that. So let me see. So let's see. Round 2. Give Me the Push. So give me. Nope, that's not it. God damn it. Bracket round 2. Here we go. So Give Me the Push went up against A Little Too High.
Okay.
Now, we had Chuck on for this, I think. No. Yeah, we had Chuck. So we had, and it was me and Chuck that went for Give Me the Push, and it was Michelle and Matthew went for A Little Too High.
Yep.
And it was the dice that decided it was Give Me the Push.
Uh-oh.
Right, so that's interesting. And then for Joyful Reunion, it was against Ya Little Creep, so it got an easy poll.
Yeah.
But that was unanimous for all of us.
Yeah.
So let me riff on a little bit of what you talked about too, Matthew, and then Michelle, I want to turn it to you, and then finally Matthew before we do voting. So. Yeah, it is really interesting how I actually fucking adore both of these songs on an emotional level, but for very different reasons. Give Me the Push is a song, unlike many No Means No songs, that I approach without my intellect being involved at all.
Yeah.
It doesn't tickle that part of me. So in that sense, it's a song that I can turn on. I'm going to say like comfort food, but I don't mean that to be diminutive. Like, I don't mean that to be a diminishing thing, but I can turn it on, and it really doesn't matter what my state is. I don't have to pay attention with my rational brain at all. And yet something is deeply fed by the rhythm and by Rob's lyricism and delivery, but it hits in a different place. His lyrics in this, his delivery in this is aimed at something other than that part of my brain that gets really fed by his complexity, right? This is Rob at his, I'm diving into the subconscious and finding a very limited set of lyrics that match the tone and feeling of what I want to say and delivering it right into your gullet. Now, if I'm to find a flaw, which I hate to do, in Give Me the Push versus Joyful Reunion, there is one. In that Give Me the Push, the part of it that it's not bad, but the part that pulls me out a little bit is the I'm all right, I'm just fine. Not that part. The part that's God, how do I describe it? Not the part that's quiet. I love that. No, I love those parts. I love those parts. It's the part that's
because he's kind of questioning himself whether he is.
It's not that. It's not that. Let me talk about Joy. God, this format is fucking hard, man. It's hard not.
Yeah, I know. I don't like it. I'm going on record.
Well, we can talk about it. Okay. But I will. But to pivot to Joyful Reunion, it is lyrically, as you said, Matthew, one of their. I mean, there's many, but there's one of their densest, beautiful, tattooable fucking things. Yeah. Like, I can't pick out a favorite set of lyrics because every lyric feeds into the next in a perfect way that makes the whole even greater than the parts. But each of the parts also fucking rules. And it's so
one of the very few where there isn't really a deeper level.
No.
It's just
now.
Wait.
That said, that they play with it, like that idea of the raise the institutions has multiple levels, but it's not they're not buried. It's right there. I think you're right. Like all of it is
it's very surface.
digestible.
Yeah.
But surface in the way that's like the kind of obvious thing that someone can tell you that you might not have thought of on your own, but when it's all pieced together in this kind of poetry,
it's just
like,
the straight dope. When somebody's just going to talk, you're not going to going to give you the fucking honest answer.
And this is just semantic, but I would disagree when I would say this is someone who doesn't give a shit. I think this is someone who gives so much of a shit that they're not going to let you skate by on your bullshit. That it's like, no. Actually, I'm going to fucking sit here and wait for you to fucking realize that we're just fucking time to drop the bullshit. Someone who didn't care or didn't give a shit would just back away. But this person's going to blast through the fucking looking glass fucker. They're like, no, this is it. The bullshit is done. It's time to just fucking look at it, right? This song is a call to action on every level. You can read this song as deeply personal. You can look at the song as deeply political. You can look at the song as epocally human. You can look at it at any level and say it reads the same way. It tracks for me as a person in this moment. It tracks for us as a society right now. It tracks for us as a human fucking culture in general.
There is no smarmy. Just don't think about it. This is just like, no, fucking stare it in the eye. Fuck off.
Stare it right in the eyes. And I think points to the freedom and joy that's waiting behind it. It's not just you're fucked, shut up, this is stupid. It's don't you realize that true freedom is right fucking there if you just will step over the line and fucking deal with it. So, I'm trying to look at the side. I'm trying to look at God damn it, the lyrics to give me the push to figure out what it is. Anyway, it's the part that goes kind of really major that doesn't feel as dark. Anyway, there's a part in Give Me the Push that just doesn't feel as musically consistent as everything else. And every time it pulls me out just a little bit, right? Oh, no, that's what it is. It's like, I'm all right. Look at my eyes. Is hell below or God on high? Which is a great line, and sometimes it's delivered really well, but that whole stanza gets pulled out of the rest of the momentum a little bit for me. So it always, I just wish that was I don't know, I don't wish. The song is perfect for me, but that part for me doesn't land as hard. And there are other songs where they do that as well. And I've talked about that before in those songs, right? Like where there's just a little stanza where it's not for me to say, but it's almost like they just kind of went like, well, we can't do this the whole time. And I'm kind of like, no, you should. You really should do that the whole time. It's all right. I'm here for it. But yeah, man, the lyrics of Joyful Reunion, the way that, so here's a song, as we've talked about, that is not musically complex in its way, but that serves the fucking energy. It couldn't be any other way. You couldn't have a complex bass line under this. Yes. And you couldn't have a complex bass line under that. It would distract from that very direct energy that the song is trying to communicate to you. And distract from the directness, as you pointed out, Matthew, that Rob is trying to put to us, right? That it's just one of their greatest kind of calls to action. This is a song, some of the songs pull me through the earbuds into their world. This is a song, one of their few, that actually comes out of the earphones into my world, if that makes sense, and just is like, fuck it, I'm done trying to pull you in. I'm just coming out, and you've just got to fucking deal with it, man. And that really is reflected in that smash to the looking glass fucker, right? Like it really is. And to end an album like this is so beautiful and ballsy. It's like, you know what?
It is really get over yourself too. It's you know.
Oh, big time. And that we will raise the institutions, make all new resolutions, rebuild the Constitution for that the ending with the 3 joyful reunions and the way that they hang that last
they build
joyful
on the
reunion.
chord and they go up at the chord. Yeah,
it is absolutely masterful. It's absolutely
when you think
masterful.
it's over and then they just turn it up a little bit.
Yeah. And that's not to say that in a different way. Like I said, not intellectually. Give Me the Push really does that for me too, in a cathartic, emotional way through the music. There's something, I think, just for me personally, the way that that Eastern mode and the way that Rob plays those strings and the way that he's it's not improv, but the way that he's playing that main riff in the middle and the way that the other riffs rise and fall hits something peculiar in me that's really deeply rooted. That this song hit me immediately. You said it was kind of a grower for you, Matthew. For me, when I first heard this album, this song just fucking floored me. I was like, oh shit. And immediately became one of my favorites because of that. And that's very subjective. I think it found something that I found in other bands, Secret Chiefs 3, Stratosphere, these other bands that play on an Eastern mode, that play with that Eastern mode, that just plays with something subconscious in me. You know, that the klezmer lover in me, the fucking Turkish music lover in me. I just love it. And I think this is Rob's way of diving into that emotionally without necessarily having to get too deep lyrically. But Give Me the Push. I mean, but Joyful Union rather has it all. And the lyrics on this are just, as in most of 0 + 2 = 1, that whole fucking album, are just transcendent. And I use that word, as I often do in this podcast, without any hyperbole, without trying to say like, well, I'm just fucking throwing along that word. No, this is sublime in the true meaning of the word and transcendent in the true meaning of the word, in the way that I want to give those words back their meaning rather than the pablum that we've thrown them at for years and years and years. So anyway, that's my second bit. Michelle, I don't know if you've got anything more you want to say about these two.
Oh, I just, with the music and everything, like, I'm just gonna talk, maybe, if I can, if it's all right.
Please.
Reunion. Like, I have several friends at Joyful Reunion. That's their favorite song, and I do think that in a way, the song could, like, musically, the song could sound like a guitar player wanting to, see how loud he can play, and a drummer just kind of warming up before band practice, but somehow it turned into a song, and it's so simple. It's like, how was that not even written before?
Right?
Like,
right?
Like,
how has this not existed before in the world, right?
Yeah.
Feels inevitable.
And I think they pulled out this, or they grew this simple thing, but it's so powerful. And the double drums, I mean, come on, that's almost running the show. And
it's almost cheating.
Well, but it's
but in
also
a good way. I don't mean that
addition
badly.
to the loud ass guitars and the undercurrent to what Rob's saying. And of course, I'm not aware of many of the lyrics, sadly, but when you do speak about them, I think it's just, God, look what I'm missing.
Well, maybe you know them more than you think you do, just like on a subconscious level.
They hit you in a different way. It's okay. These lyrics don't have to hit you in an intellectual way, Strangey. They're also like the pattern, the rhythm, all of that fucking means something too.
I absolutely hear that part.
That
but
means
like
something.
What he's saying, like, you guys want to tattoo it on your ass, so like it's heavy stuff. It's not anything that's just it's
an angel of shit, fucker.
Yeah, that too. And just Rob's kind of half singing and half talking, but he kind of makes it melodic, and I don't know. It's just a gem, and I never really thought too much of it. And it's over the years, it's kind of, kind of sunken into me, and I really do.
Interesting. Can I ask you about that a little bit? So, did it not hit you much at first because it's not as musically complex?
No, I like the angular stuff. I like like
and this is definitely straight on in your face.
No, and it's definitely
rolling
like
waves,
major, like jaggedy black chord on the guitar.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, not like crazy time signature stuff.
Yeah, right. Well, that's what I meant. Yeah, okay, good, great.
But it just makes you, it fucking makes you feel good, and it's like,
yeah, sure does.
Yeah, we're all gonna die, and it'd be like, all right, grab my hand,
Exactly. Take me. I'm ready.
Yeah. Let's go. Let's go.
Before we move to Matthew, the one thing I wanted to add real quick is that I do think both of these songs have fucking great openings. I love the slow melodicness of Give Me the Push and how it kind of like fools you into thinking it's going to be sort of a more morose song almost, and then just blasts fucking off. But then also Joyful Reunion, how it just fucking starts with the absolute jaw-dropping drums and then that slide guitar. These are two very different but very, very good openings to songs.
Yeah.
Sorry. All right,
Totally.
Matthew, your second thoughts.
Generally, I'm not super like the music that I really, really like and that really, really moves me tends not to be guitar-y. It tends to be much more about the bass and the drums. And yet, Joyful Reunion is one of my favorite songs. And I've just been thinking quite a bit about when I go through these sort of peaks and valleys in my life, I definitely like kind of forget. I go through periods where I'm just not listening to a lot of music. And I kind of forget that music, how therapeutic, cathartic, medicinal it is.
Yeah.
And so I made a point of going back to just some real touchstones for me. Ones that'll just sort of start me off. Okay, I love this song. I can listen to it, 50 times in a row and not get sick of it. And then just sort of let the algorithm on YouTube Music or whatever sort of lead me places. So I started with Over the Edge by Monomen, which is a cover by the Wipers. And I realized that I'd never really listened to the Wipers or just Wipers. One of those like you put in the but there's no the there. So Wipers are hugely influential band in the pre-grunge and but like you listen to Wipers and it's a lot like Joyful Reunion. And Joyful Reunion is one of the songs that I started thinking about as I was sort of, I'll listen to more Wipers because this is this Monument song that I've never really actually gone back and acknowledged this band that influenced Mudhoney, that influenced Nirvana, that influenced, all different kinds of acknowledged bands like Hot Snakes.
If Malcolmus did a cover, it definitely influenced Pavement. He wouldn't do a cover if it had influenced Pavement.
And you can hear it. You can hear it sometimes for sure. Yeah. And I have a feeling there's no possible way that No Means No weren't exposed to it, even though it's a little bit more basic. I think that maybe you hear it more in the Hanson Brothers, but I would say out of No Means No songs that are potentially influenced by Wipers, Joyful Reunion might be right up there. And
interesting.
Interestingly, just like the other day I was listening, I'm really hearing OCs in the Wipers, and I'm sure the OCs are influenced by the Wipers, and I like Google that, and yes, primary acknowledged influence. And then I'm like, well, how did I find out about OCs? Well, John Wright told me about OCs. And then I'm like realizing, Joyful Reunion has a double drum track, and OCs often play with two drummers.
Gotcha.
So yeah, synchronicity, everybody.
Right.
So all I'm saying is like maybe Joyful Reunion is super powerful, and maybe it's super powerful. I don't know. There's a little bit of a grain of Wipers in there, and if you don't know Wipers, you should look up Wipers.
I gotta go.
Writing it down.
Go listen to their 1980 album, Is This Real, which has cover art that in some ways may be reminiscent of the cover art on
I saw you say that.
Small
to
Parts.
Me, it looks a little more typically 80s than that. Like
it does, but in terms of that like big weird thing going through the center of it.
Yeah. Yeah. But the big weird thing going through the center of it was like, that's kind of like Max Headroom more than Small Parts. Yeah. Which they were kind of the same time. Yeah. So in a certain sense, but I see what you're saying. Fuck man. Yeah.
Anyway, just using my time to tell people that they should listen to the Wipers.
Well, it's interesting. You made me think, and then I'll say my vote here. But you made me think. What's interesting is that I often don't glom as much onto the more simple songs, even in terms of like lyrics or whatever. The more Hanson Brothers, even though I've deeply appreciated, it's not where my soul gets touched as much. Yeah. Joyful Reunion is an exception. Now, partly that's because lyrically it's not that way, right? Like lyrically, it's one of the few that takes really beautiful, complex, deep lyrics and pits it against a more simplistic pop punk aesthetic. It's not pop punk necessarily, but it's more simplistic aesthetic. And I normally don't jibe with that, but Joyful Reunion is an absolute exception to that. And I mean, Give Me the Bush doesn't fit that bill at all. It's simple lyrically, but very complex musically, and the music is what touches me. When I'm thinking of where to vote here, because I'm going to give my vote now, this is tough for me because I love I love both these songs in both very different ways and very similar ways. I've talked about this previously in this clip, how they both are go-to songs for me when I'm feeling fucked and I want to just be taken away. Not taken away in the sense of like, oh, I don't want to think about what I'm dealing with, but no, let me sit with what I'm dealing with in a way that lets me feel the fullness of life and embrace what I'm dealing with in a way that's more open and in a way that lets me feel the joy of the terror and hardship of my life, not in a way that's like, oh, I don't want to think about it. I want to be optimistic and blah, blah, blah. It's like, no, fuck that. Let me feel things that let me feel the joy of the terror of life. And both these songs make me feel that in different ways.
Jesus.
But if I think about that, and then I think about what's more important in their oeuvre, which I vacillate back and forth, round to round as to where I'm going to fall in my votes and how that matters. Like, am I going to be more subjective? Am I going to be more like, well, let me think about what's more important for their overall? In this instance, I do feel like Joyful Reunion is a more loaded, weighty, deep well than Gimme the Push. Now, Gimme the Push, I will always love and always go back to for a kind of touchstone that I can't get from almost any other No Means No song. But Joyful Reunion has a texture and a depth that each time hits me new in a very important way. So for me, my vote in this round is Joyful Reunion. Michelle, how about you?
Jesus. Well, I'm going to second your vote because I think Joyful Reunion is just a thunderous apocalypse of everything mighty and to be paid attention to, and one of those ones that you can't help but pay attention to and let it wash over you. I think it's a colossal piece, and I'm going to vote for Joyful Reunion.
Fuck yeah, Joyful Reunion goes through. Matthew, do you want to add your useless vote here?
Yeah, pretty much. It's an unusual song in that it is simple and it's got the brains and the brawn kind of going on, and the balls, and it is unusual. I was sort of thinking like, why does it? Could that be a song that is covered by other bands? Is it simple in a Hanson-y kind of way? And I'm like, not really, but in terms of structurally, in a way, kind of, it's a little simpler and stuff. And then I, again, starting thinking of like the differences between Ramones. Everybody loves Ramones. How can you not love Ramones? It's simple, but it's also stupid. Ramones songs are dumb. And that's why the whole thing that Hanson Brothers exist. It's dumb. It's dumb.
Yeah,
they're dumb, simple
been hitting
songs.
The head with a hockey puck too much.
Fun as fuck.
You should put that. You should put that on your mask that the bass player wears. Like, dumb.
Getting back to Wipers, influenced by Ramones, existed at a similar time, a little bit later, but also simple, not dumb, very not dumb, very dark, very very nuanced, complex. Moody and full of a certain sort of power that I won't say Ramones lacks it, but Ramones wasn't going for it. And
no, they weren't going for it. They weren't trying. No. It wasn't. They didn't fail to reach that height. That
was not the purpose.
They never tried to find that height. Yeah, it was not their target.
Yeah.
Right.
And so I gotta vote for Joyful Reunion because I love it and because it means a lot to me, but also because it is not like any other No Means No song that I can think of.
No. And isn't it maybe the best example of a song that leans so heavily into its driving simplicity and yet dives to the heart of human existence in a way that is far beyond anything other bands will even attempt to reach.
It's in a way that when
you and no bass in it.
Drums
it's like
and guitar.
Yeah.
Its profundity is hidden beneath the most driving fucking shit. God, that song. Fucking go listen right now, everybody. Stop the podcast. Go listen to that song. Yeah. Jesus Christ. All right. Well, Joyful Reunion goes through unanimously, as it should, I think.
Also, something that's gone through is my banana chocolate pudding beer.
Yeah, go piss.
You got the runs? You got
no,
the
no,
runs
no,
from
not at all. Not yet. At least, but I'm definitely looking at the alcohol volume, and it is 7%, and I noticed that.
Nice.
Oh,
and that's why I checked. Yeah,
I see your 7%, and I see you at 101%.
And its name is Banana Lantern, by the way.
Banana Lantern. Put a lantern on it. All right,
you
ladies
should
and
have
gentlemen.
read that and taken a hard pass. Wait, are you going to go pee? Is that what you need to do?
I probably will. Yeah, probably
later.
Maybe that's a good. Okay, yeah, maybe later. But I am going to drink this non-alcoholic thing and maybe kind of get this.
Start that. Let's at least give the. Now, this is a little bit hard to ask of people because we've been inconsistent. So I know it's a little bit like, should I send something in, whatever. But we've had a couple people do it recently. I can't tell you how much it motivates me as a podcaster to finish the shit, to hear you people still listening and appreciating the podcast, but also I just fucking love it. And if I have one mission in life, which I'll never succeed at, because I can't even fucking meet, and I'm sorry I don't remember your name, but I will go find it and I will meet you, the guy who lives like 2 hours from me. But I want to meet all of you in real life, god damn it. Like fucking hell, for fuck's sake.
Chuck, gross.
So,
no, come on.
Except for Chuck. We are going to... No, Chuck, I would love to meet Chuck. And we were going to meet at the Alice Donut Show in February, and we can't because he can't come down. But I'm definitely going to go see that show. But Chuck, we will definitely see each other at some point. But anyway, before we listen to our newest submission, which I think he's
going to Victoria. He was talking about going to Victoria, the Victoria show. He's not?
I don't think you can make that.
Matthew, will you give our 2 different calls to action in case anybody still fucking cares? Please do it. We love to hear it. This is your chance to be immortalized. This is my pitch. This podcast will stay up even after we've stopped recording, because this has an end date. We'll find the song, which won't really be the best one, but it'll be whatever one we finalize, and then we will record no more, and people will still listen to it. It'll still be there for people to discover when they type in No Means Known to Spotify or whatever the fuck they do. Now's your chance. You have a limited number of episodes left to hear the call and send in your fucking voice
very, very
to be heard on something that, what to me is a miracle, has entered the No Means No story. This podcast has entered the story in a larger way.
Yeah.
People who like this band will find this podcast and they will say, oh, here's 3 fucking idiots who talked about the band. Now's your chance to be one of those people whose voice is immortalized for the next however many fucking years I decide to keep this shit live on the feed. So send it in. Matthew, tell them what they should send.
Send in your No Means No origin story, what No Means No means to you, and if you happen to have an anecdote related to No Means No, first time you heard them, the first time you got jiggy to them, this first time you heard them at a party, and like, what the fuck is that?
Yeah.
Whatever it might be, just send that on in. No Means Nothing podcast at gmail.com, and please do that. If you have issues with any of our choices, tell us what yours were, dumbass. Send that in and take issue with what we say. That'd be great, particularly if it's something we recorded 3 years ago and we have no idea what you're talking about.
That's right. Tell us what your favorite song is. What's your favorite song? What do you think should win? Give us a 5-minute
your
screed.
shit into a fucking internet. You got a computer in your pocket.
Whatever the fuck you want to say. Exactly. Just fucking say something. We like your voice. It's nice to break up our stupid voices with your voice. And speaking of which, we're about to hear.
I wanted to say my little. Okay, my neighbor's super cool. My neighbor does visual effects for
get out of here
for film and TV. And
are you serious?
Yeah. And the other day she messaged me, and she knows that I live in a place with a whole bunch of old junk. Although I've kind of been combating that mounds of hoarding perpetrated by my father-in-law over the years. But she's like, I'm making a music video on a very limited budget. Do you have a whole bunch of rusty old crap? I'm like, indeed I do.
You've come to the right place.
Do you need a frog with a boner?
She came on over with some friends and said, I'm like, oh well, what band is it that you're making the video for? And she's like, Archspire. I'm like, oh holy shit, I actually listen to Archspire.
I've never heard of them.
Archspire.
Good metal.
Good. It's a metal band. It is a very, very fast, and I was not aware there was a subgenre of metal called technical death metal, but certainly that's what it is. And
Yes.
I asked a friend who is much more into metal than me, and they're from Vancouver, and I asked her what do metal people think of Archspire locally, and she's like, they don't like them because I'm like, why? Because they don't take themselves seriously enough.
Oh,
plus.
no!
Plus for Archspire.
That is exactly what I like about Archspire, is that you cannot not take yourself seriously to a certain extent to play with the degree of speed and precision that they do. But at the same time, they're so fucking nerdy and so fucking dumb in like just dorky fucking horror movie shit that they make their videos out of and whatever. They're fantastic. Anyway, I came out of my basement and my my neighbor's friend, she's like, oh, well, if you want to meet Ollie, he's right over there. And the lead singer of Archspire was like walking his dog, and they live like a block and a half from me. And
wow!
And it turns out that I'm like, Vancouver. Like, have you ever heard of No Means No? He's like, they're one of my favorite bands. I'm like,
Woo-hoo!
oh well, then you perhaps would like to know about this podcast that I do.
How about that?
So anyway,
if you're listening, Mr. Archspire, thank you.
No, he probably isn't, but maybe people who would be interested in technical death metal, or the fact that technical death metal is a thing that exists.
Yeah, it's very good.
Yeah, look them up.
Technical death metal.
Yeah.
So we're now going to turn to Simon from Berlin, who's not German, but British. And we're going to listen to Simon, and this is a good, long, about 7-minute riff about his history with No Means No. It's fantastic, as always. So, Simon, I cannot thank you enough for sending this in, and here we go.
Hello there. My name is Simon. I'm from near Manchester in northwest England. Currently living in Berlin, Germany, which I've done so for the last 18 years or so. Firstly, just thank you for doing this podcast. It's absolutely brilliant to hear you talk about the songs, dissect them, debate them, and what you've done along the way is you've managed to educate and open my eyes to a good few things that I wasn't aware of in terms of the background of the songs. And anyway, awesome job. So No Means No. I first came across No Means No by returning a birthday present CD I got from my then girlfriend in 2007. She gave me the receipt and said, if you don't like it, then feel free to swap it, which I did. So the original one I got was Good Clean Fun, kind of jokey, straight edge hardcore band. And I went back to the record shop and was just looking through what they had, and I got found the People's Choice. And I was like, No Means No. Heard of them, but don't know what they sound like. So I took that, got home and listened to it, and it's like, wow, okay, this is weird. It's punk, but it's a completely different type of punk to what I've ever heard before. There's lots of blues in there. There's some crazy, weird lyric stuff going on that I didn't know what to think of. Anyway, that was my introduction, and so I started listening to them back then. And then in 2013, I was actually back living in England for a couple of years, and on their No Means No's final tour of Europe, I managed to see them the last ever opportunity I would have. They played in a place called Sound Control in Manchester in May of 2013, and me and my mate Danny went down. And that was fucking brilliant. Really, really glad I got to see him back then. No idea what the set list was. I know they finished on a Ramones medley, but anyway, brilliant. Since then, I started to then get more into them, bought the records. So I managed to get Wrong on vinyl, and then across a few flea markets here in Berlin, got Day Everything Became Nothing, Small Parts, and so on. And then COVID came along, and this was a time when I really kind of started to get No Means No a bit more. A bit like Michelle, I'm first and foremost a music guy, so I hear the songs and the riffs, and I'm into the sound of a song, and the lyrics are usually secondary. But listening to them during COVID, when I was sat at home doing my best to survive like everyone, and dealing with the absurdity of what life had become, then really lyrics started to come out to me a bit more, like the bleak existentialism of stuff like the song that Everything Became Nothing, Victory, all of that stuff was so relevant to me. I'm a school teacher, and that was without doubt the hardest 2 years of my professional life, trying to do that job during COVID. And No Means No was basically dictating everything that was going on in the world at that time through some of those songs. So anyway, then I started to use all that extra money that would have normally gone on gigs and beer and what have you during COVID, which you couldn't spend otherwise, on stocking up the record collection. So I managed to get most of their records during that time. So one bonus to it all. I've seen Tom came to Berlin a couple of times doing his solo acoustic gigs, so caught those the last couple of years, which is amazing. Really, the most recently, the absolute highlight of the last couple of years has been Dead Bob. Like for so many No Means No fans, when John announced that and put new music out, and then said he was going on tour, and then they said we're coming to Europe, I was like, okay, awesome. So me and my friend Eric, who I'm in a band with, and his two cousins, we went down to Oberelsbach in northern Bavaria, which is the place where John did his brewing course for his punk rock beer, I believe. We went there for the Dead Bob gig at this brewery. It was amazing, really fun time, amazing. Then to top that off, I managed to, with my band, Belt, managed to get on the show in Berlin as a support band for Dead Bob. So, this was in the middle of October. We managed to play with Dead Bob, which was absolutely fucking amazing. It was very cool. Everybody in the band is just lovely, really supportive, sound people. That was nice. I also took along all my vinyl covers and the book, Jason's book, so that I could ask John to sign them for me, which he did. And very noble guy. He just sat there and signed them. And even when we were backstage and someone came in, Colin came in and said, "Oh, John, we got to do sound check." He was like, "Yeah, okay, just let me finish this, and then I'll be there." So he was really very cool to us. So that was for me as a No Means No fan a pretty special night. What do they mean to me? I mean, as they do to probably everybody that's listening to this podcast. They're musically insanely good musicians, but they're also a band that's managed to stay true to what they've done and form a community. That's like, it's what's coming out now through the podcast and through the people you meet through Dead Bob shows. And it's a band that really shows you what you can achieve. Anyway, that's my No Means No story. Thanks for doing the podcast. It's awesome. I don't know what we'll do when we're finished with it all, but thanks so much. Take it easy. Hope to meet you all someday in person. You never know. All right, cheers. Bye.
Fuck, Simon. So this is the point of my both whiskey buzz and also the point in the podcast where I'm at my deeply emotional. No. But I want to say, like, this is what gives me the gas. Like, hearing people's stories and how much they care about this band. This is why we did the podcast in the beginning, because people feel so passionately about this band. And I've always had the sense of that through the message boards and people I've met. But doing this podcast and hearing all of you who've bothered to come, not bothered, because I know those of you who don't send something in, there's nothing wrong with that either. But those of you who have taken the time to send something in, and it really touches me to know how much this band has meant to you and how much this podcast has meant, in the sense of not us fucking jabbering. That's great. But how much it makes people realize that the community that loves this band loves it in the way that you do, in the deep way that you do, right? That there are other fucking nerds out there who fucking love this band in a way that goes beyond what you can say about most other bands. And all other bullshit aside, that's what I'm most proud of that impulse to say, let's do this fucking podcast. And these two idiots deciding to join me is just giving people the knowledge out there to hear in their ears. Yeah, there's other people fucking as dedicated to this brilliance as you are. So Simon, thank you. And anybody else out there who's hearing it and is inspired what Simon said, just give it a try. Just record it. Listen, every single fucking person who sent something in who's thought, oh, this is bullshit, it was fucking gold. You've got gold in you too. We want to hear it.
You know what I really liked about Simon's story, beyond the fact just the story itself, was the fact that he only discovered them in 2007.
Right?
Like, wow.
It's
although
incredible.
that is 18 years ago.
We've not yet heard anybody yet who discovered them through the People's Choice of all things, right? Like that's great.
That's true.
And so that means the very first No Means No song. And it's interesting that he went like, oh, I have a credit at this store, I will get this band I've heard of.
He's heard of them,
which means the first song that he ever heard was Now.
Was Now. Yep.
Oh. How about that?
Yeah.
Well, he's a person, and that was his choice, and he made a good one. That's awesome. Thank you, Simon.
All right. We're fucking. This is a episode, man. We're an hour and 10 in. We're taking longer than we usually do, so we're gonna start round 2. So here we go.
I'll say less. I'm just kidding.
But you're my lady.
Oh, Rob.
Oh,
say it again.
God damn it.
Rob's.
Okay. This one, my baby is here.
Oh.
This is The River.
The Riv.
And it's verses I Think You Know.
Oh.
So first we're going to hear a little clip of The River.
I can see you're not very strong as the current sweeps you by me, and I can see your head going down as helpless your cries find me. Help me, save me, lend me a hand, pull me out, save me, give me your hand, pull me out, I would save you, give my life, but it's already sacrificed to the river, to the river, to the river, to the river. It's gone. It's gone.
Parker, once again, thank you for pulling out the absolute best stanza. Now let's listen to a little bit of I Think You Know.
No, did you never started? No, never here, you die,
right. Fucking shit. Matthew, you have the ignominious
Fuck off.
honor of starting first between what I've been dreading coming up and what it is going up against.
Okay, you know what? Sing them a little song for a second, because I think I need an alcoholic beverage for this. Just one moment.
All right, he's going. So,
are you going to go to the fridge? He's going back.
He's going to grab this one. I probably need another whiskey for this, but I better not, or else it's going to be really not good.
You're going to have half a weight. No, I'm not going to be that devil on your shoulder.
If it were
you got
Saturday
another
night,
one of them bananas? What is
it's
this?
Not.
Is
actually
it a
have a bunch of wrong lager in there.
Raw lager.
Raw
dog it. Raw dog that raw lager.
No, but I'm not going to drink wrong lager this time. Although, hey, I'm sending my empty cans to fans.
Yeah, I know.
I think that's fucking awesome. No, come on, don't be an asshole. That's amazing. That's amazing.
La French Canadians.
I gotta send one
French?
to Jurgen and
somebody like Ty from Knife Manual sent me a message, and he's like, "Yeah, you can peel the sticker off of these." It sticks back real good. And I'm like, yeah, but I want to fill out the customs form that says return value 10 cents.
Is it 10 cents or it's not a nickel?
Nah, it's 10 cents. It's Canadian.
No, how about that? Yeah.
Canadian.
Is that the exchange rate?
Fuck. All right, Matthew. Just do your best here.
Well.
Oh. Yeah. Okay.
How to compare these two? The river is. It's fleshy. It's you know it is a torrent. It's a river. Like, they're both intense. They're both. Okay. I think is.
I think
the expression. Not all that eloquently articulated, the expression of an emotion, I think. It is a frustration. It is a song about, I don't know. I think
Right.
Very difficult to express, and I think maybe that's the point. It's that ineffable feeling, that inexpressible feeling, that tension, that tautness, that thing that wants to come out of you, but you're not gonna let it, or maybe you don't know how to let it. It's almost impossible to describe. I've never really thought the fact that I think is but you can't tell. You can't say it.
Right. I think but I can't tell you. I can't describe it. Yeah.
And you can't tell me. It is maybe that feeling that you can't. You both grok it, and you know what? I'm gonna try and keep that verb away from that.
I was just gonna say, let's take it back.
Yeah, let's take it fucking back. To know something completely and on all levels, the exact opposite of what it's being used for in the current tech context. But I think it is violent. It is inert. It is again ineffable. It's not continued, never started, not half, not whole. It is all. It is none. It is maybe impossible to express, and that's why you only know it. The river. A very clear feeling of duality. It is yourself and what you're separated from, and the whole point of it is the separation, is the duality, the distance, and everything like that. I suppose both of these songs in some way are about the recognition of something else, but the river is about separation, and I think is about connection, but neither of them are particularly. There's something in between. There's something that you can't express it, or you can't make the connection because you're separated. Wow, yeah, these songs really couldn't be much more different.
They could not be more different. What a pull! What a fucking pull!
It is. It's almost like it's almost difficult to describe. I think even as a song, in some ways, it is awkward. It's not fluent. It is pulled painstakingly out of you. It's like that scene in The Predator where he like puts his foot on the pelvis of the thing he killed and pulls the spine out.
Yep.
Oh,
that is.
Oh wow.
Kind of what I think is. It's painstakingly extracted. It's not fluid. And I've always found The River super interesting in that it is about, lyrically, it's about apologies, and it's about a failing, and it's about not living up to expectations. It's about, whatever it is that keeps you from doing, being, becoming. Fuck. And ultimately, you have to stand on your shore and look at the other shore that you're never going to get to.
Oh wow!
So maybe there is some commonality in these songs, and that I think but yeah, I think we're on the same track, but I'm never going to be able to express it. Or never going to be able to be sure. There's always going to be this separation. I think I'm not sure that I think yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'll be a little more eloquent when you guys have
when you get your second
time.
Yeah. Let's let you think a little bit. Michelle, what about you?
I don't know. I was just watching you listen to The River, and you look like you were getting baptized.
That's what it feels like to me every
time. I know. I'm so moved by your movement. Yeah. And can I say something? We just heard "Joyful Reunion," and now we're listening to The River. And dare I say,
right? Yes.
Well, 100%. Wait a minute. What am I going to say? No. What do you?
I would say they're both musically pretty, like, they're not complex. They're very on the nose. They very much carry forward a simplistic to no means no beat.
The river is the water, and Joyful Reunion is the rocks underneath the water.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, and it's kind of the same thing. It's not the same thing, but it's kind of the same idea with thunderous drums, and instead of guitar you got this bass, which is playing up on the neck a little bit, and it sounds just as powerful. That they kind of are in the same pocket, I guess.
Yep, agreed.
All right, well, cool. I didn't know if I was being blasphemous at all.
No, that's 100% on point. 100%.
Yeah, on point. I do think they are quite similar in that regard, and I can see why people just gravitate to it. They're so encompassing. Rob singing on The River is just, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if he had tears coming out of his eyes when he's singing that. Honestly, it just sounds so moving. I mean, like, you look like you're ready to cry every time you listen to it, but it's so good. I wonder how many takes it took to get that.
Good question.
I don't know. I guess I don't care about the answer, but that seems like one and done kind of thing. Like,
well, see what he talked about the lyrics. I was interesting in his interview how he talked about, because this is the song I asked him about particular, but in general about his lyrics,
right,
and that this shit kind of came to him fully baked. He didn't sit and like labor over it to find, what's this gonna fit with that. It just sort of fucking arrived, right? And so I'm wondering, and I would suspect that the delivery, the performance was similar. But I don't know.
And he's on his knees when he's like singing it. It's just, it's so moving to listen to it. I mean, I've kind of bypassed the music now because I know it so well. But thanks to you, Jordan, and Matthew, you too, just focusing on Rob and his singing and the words, and I don't know. It's a very, very, very moving song. And especially with the singing, he's just pleading. I don't know. I've been moved. I think I always thought the guitar sounds in this sounded like you need to oil the machine a little bit.
Yes.
But
yeah.
I just love how industrial it sounds, and it just sounds so fucked. But the guitars are I don't know. I'm not doing it well, but
no, you are. That's right.
It sounds rusty and it sounds fucked. And God damn it, I love this song. I love this song. Is this the hawk with the spray and the blood and the red? Is that the? Oh, come on! The screaming they're doing in this,
ripping, torn surface, flesh. No, oh no, you no. Yeah, so fucking good.
And at the with the
there it is. There's the
Falcon
hawk. On his. He's holding up a beer with a circling hawk on it. God damn it!
With a pear and what? Hugo?
Peregrine Falcon.
Okay. Yeah.
Fastest animal in the world.
Yep. Just like this song.
No, not faster than a cheetah, is it?
Damn straight.
Much faster. Much faster than a cheetah.
Okay, all right. Yeah, I forgot who I'm messing with. But those screamings, like, how the guys laugh and they have that high-pitched thing? When they're yelling in that song, you can hear that high-pitched thing, too.
Yes.
Like, when they really, Matthew, you can talk about this more, but when they really express their voice and, yelling and stuff, those high-pitched overtones come out. I think is that's the meat and potatoes of why I love this band. It's songs like this. Yeah. Oh God, I love it.
When those vocals were recorded, there's no way they could have been sitting.
No.
Right. No. Exactly.
And they're gonna need a lozenge after that.
Yeah. Or a nice beer.
Yeah.
All right, I'll give it my first pass. So I'm going to start with I Think You Know. Actually, I think the two of these songs combined, both of these have really rolling, driving riffs, right? They both are riffs that are circular, and I Think You Know is at 4 times the speed, but it's still a circular riff that grinds me under its progress, right? As is the river. The river very much feels like a song that is an onomatopoeia of music, right? Like it sounds like it is. It's a song that sounds like a river. It has the flowing, rolling nature of water. And I Think You Know has a very rolling, grinding feeling. And these are really interesting songs to be paired. I mean, Matthew, in terms of lyrically, what you were talking about, I would agree. I think these songs both talk about something very fundamental about being a being in the universe in different ways. I'll talk about the river in a minute. But I Think You Know, to me, is very much about the root of the animalistic core of what it is to be a human being. The idea of the predator and prey, the moment of predation and death, the moment of sex, the moment of just being as a not a thinking being. There's nothing about this song that's about thinking. This song is about the visceral being of being a being in the world, whether it's human or otherwise, but just being a life form. It's a struggle. It's a joy and it's a terror simultaneously. It's sex and it's death. It's the spray of bright red, ripped surface, torn flesh. No, oh no, right? And it just drives you into that sense of I'm both chasing the prey and I am the prey in this song, right? So it's something that really takes me to the root of my animal nature in a way that's gorgeous, in a way that really only No Means No can do, and in a way where the music very much, as with all their best music, mirrors what they're talking about, right? Like I feel driven and I feel like I'm driving and being driven
I feel like there's a word
by
for
this
that.
song.
There's a poetic device. I forget what the word is, though. God damn it.
I don't know it. If anybody knows it or
you
think
know
of
what it is.
in.
You're just kidding, right?
I think you know.
No, you don't know?
No.
So both of these songs accomplish that very well. The music is perfectly on point for what it's trying to communicate. And I Think You Know is so brash and so harsh and so beautiful and so angular and so driving. And Andy's delivery is so fucking intense and hard. And you mentioned how they yell and just like much of 0 + 2 = 1 in these points where it just gets the mics get too hot and everything's blown out in just the perfect way, where it just overwhelms the equipment's ability to contain what it is they're trying to say, that it just contains the force of this song. Well, the force of the song can't be contained, right? It's too much, but the force is so driving, and where it falls on the album is so perfect in this later experimental half of this album, right? Which this has to come after The Night Nothing Became Everything, right? Like those two songs are such a brilliant pairing.
Yeah.
And I don't think like other pairings, the song suffers as much from not being with its mate, but the two together are brilliant together, right? But this song is beautiful and terrifying and engaging and visceral. Yes. And everyone knows what I think of the river. I have spent, literally, I went back and looked, I think it was 40 minutes on my first time talking about the song in round one, talking about this song. This song is a baptism for me. This song is after the visceral experience of being a animal in the world. This is the song of what it's like to be a thinking or maybe overthinking human in the world. And I still stand behind that. I think this is Rob's most deeply personal and succinct thesis on what it is to be a human being in the world. And I find it to be one of the most beautiful and heartbreaking renditions of what it means to be on the deeply ontological level. I'm not talking about a surface psychology. I'm not talking about what it just kind of means to be an awkward person, but when you're really deeply thinking about what the implications of are being a conscious being in the universe, this song describes that moment to moment, depth by depth, angle by angle, better than any piece of philosophy or poetry or art that I've ever experienced. So to me, this song is like a perfect diamond that absolutely could not be polished any further. And while I absolutely love the version on In the Fish Tank, and I think some of the musicianship on that may be better, although maybe not the production, what doesn't match to me is Rob's performance. And to your point, Strangey, I think his vocal performance on this, whether it was one take or 10 takes, captures something so deeply personal and so like there's so much pathos in this that it just can't help but call forth from me the most deeply held human parts of myself that I don't normally allow to come to the surface, that I don't allow to engage with the world, that I don't allow to come to the surface when I'm thinking or talking with other people, when I'm thinking or talking with my wife or my children, whom I love more than anything. And yet at root, there's this deep sense of, but in the end, there's an infinite gulf between me and you that can never be crossed. It is a river that by my very nature in this universe is an existential separation that cannot be crossed. And while that love will bridge the gap, which he talks about in this song, that gap is at the heart of the human wound that is so deeply important to understand as a human being. And I think Rob, for all of his beauty and all of his faults, went so deeply into that sense of that separation between I and thou and brought it forth that he was able to communicate that as a piece of art in a way that I just can't comprehend. I can't get my whole hands around it. I can't get my whole heart around it. How can I be listening to this song after 30 fucking years and every time be stunned at the depth? Well, that song just doesn't touch me in the same way. I think it's beautiful, but this song, and yes, the music is simple, but the music grinds my bones as I'm playing it. I'm in the rocks, I'm in the waves, and just, I went through my stanza by stanza breakdown. I'm not going to do that again, but it's not just an isolated journey through what it is to be a human being. He takes you through this entire journey back through to the end, to natalism and that sense of being a child and that sense of the warmth and comfort of motherhood and childhood, into the just launch into this void of other human beings and experience that's like, fuck, I'm astonished. Even sitting here now, I'm astonished by how much this piece of art reaches into what I would call my soul, whether one agrees with that concept as something real or not, and plays it like an instrument. He reaches past my intellect. He reaches past my viscera. He reaches into something that is all of that and more than that, and just has found something in himself so real, so vital, and put it into tape that this is one of the things I told him in that letter I wrote to him. I said, if all of human experience and art had been erased and only the river remained, I would call that a win for humanity. That all that was necessary of human experience had been captured and left for posterity, and that you could understand what it meant to be a human being, even if everything else had been erased from time. All of art, all of history. If this remained, it would be enough for me. That would be a testament enough into what it felt like to be a human, that I would call that a win for human beings.
So you're saying you like the song, eh?
That's all right. So that's my those are my
beautiful.
first round of thoughts on this song.
Wow, and you got to tell him that too.
I did, and I'm grateful that he heard it. I'm grateful that he read those words.
I think he did hear it.
And has taken them in, because I could not imagine a greater honor on my part to have been able to say them. Anyway.
Beautiful, honey. I loved that.
Mm-hmm.
I loved that.
That's my.
I like that.
I don't know that I have anything else to say.
Jesus.
Is it my turn again?
Christ.
Yeah, it's your turn. Go for it.
I like that both of these songs have the same line. You die every time you die. And then when you're born, you start to drown.
Right. Yep. That's it.
When
That's
you're
it.
born,
Exactly
you start
right.
to drown.
Yep. That's right. Those are similar sentiments, if nothing else. Yes.
Yeah. Totally.
Yep.
Wow.
I love that.
Yeah, they're both songs about attempts at connection with kind of like indomitable separation, I think, and alteration by that separation. But I think is like a aggressive. It's like a grinder. It's something applied. It's an angle grinder. It's a grinding wheel, whereas the river is indomitable and eternal, and
sharp and chisel.
The not sharpened, rounded. The river rounds things, sharps. It takes off all the pointy edges until you just have a sphere.
Like the rocks in the river, right? Like they're just tumbled and tumbled and tumbled. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Which mountain bikers call baby heads.
Oh God.
Okay. The fuck.
But yeah, they're both powerful. But yeah, the power, I think, on definitely this has come up in No Means No pairings before, where one is very internal and one is very external. One is very, about the body, about what is within you, what you can touch, what is just out of reach.
Right. Good point.
Whereas, the river is somehow, it's still personal, but it is about, I don't know. I think the individual or the subject in it is so much smaller. Whereas, and I think that it is, the world is smaller, and it's all about the individual, or all about the relationship. In the river, it's just you're insignificant. You're you are tossed by forces that you cannot control, can't even conceive of controlling. Whereas, yeah, and I think, and maybe it is like scratching at something that you can't quite get into. Yeah, they're similar but different. I think different perspectives coming at it from a different angle. Grinder. I don't know. I'm running out of words, or maybe I'm saying the same words over and over again. So I'm gonna stop talking.
Before we go to my second thoughts here. No, I guess was it Michelle? No, Michelle's talked about it, but we skipped Michelle before. But let me real quick talk about what these came.
Skip me.
No. Let me talk about what these came up against before, right? Because I meant to do that and we didn't. I'm going to do that next episode. I swear to God to do this right. So I think came up against Bitches Brew in episode 70.
Okay.
And which is not too long ago, frankly. And I think was unanimous in that front. So that I think that makes a lot of sense. The River in round 2 came up against Lifelike in episode 72, even more recently. And that was also unanimous. So these both came up against really good songs, but it was unanimous pairing. So Michelle, let's turn to you. What have you got to say? Well, actually, I think we did hear from you already, right? About these two songs.
Yeah,
we did.
I said
so
stuff.
I'm gonna say my round 2 about this. Again, I don't have a lot more to say on this other than, I mean, you both know how I feel about this. I
could see it all over your face.
But here's what I will say, and this is not meant to be like, oh, do whatever you want, because of course you will anyway. But I don't feel as precious about The River being the song that goes through as the winner of this podcast as I used to, because for me, The River exists in a place in my psyche and my soul that is already deeply enshrined, right? Like it already, to me, is one of the most meaningful pieces of art, music or otherwise, outside of No Means No, possible. And there are so many songs in No Means No that I realize have such resonance, and I will be happy with any of them. Any of these songs in round 3 that we're in right now would fucking deserve to go there, because frankly, it's all meaningless anyway. Who cares? So I'm not going to be mad when The River goes. I'll be sad to a certain degree, but on the other hand, like, I already know what it means to me. You all just heard me talk about what it means to me.
Right.
I could talk about this song probably for another fucking 40 hours on just a podcast just about this song, which I won't. Promise. Maybe I will.
I'd listen to that.
so that's that. I do think these are really interesting pairings. And Matthew, I loved how you started this off talking about these songs. This really made me think of how, now that I'm pitching them in my head, one, to me, and this is my own personal perspective right now from this point in time, one really is about the deep experience of being a conscious human being. And one is about being an animal on this planet. One is very much about the visceral experience of being an animal, not just a human, but an animal, and what we experience as that animal. And the other is, what is that level that's past that, that's a human, that the animal has no I or thou. It is predator and prey at once. It is lover and loved at once. It is all those things together. And then I think those two things bounce back and forth so quickly that you're never one or the other. There's never time to rest in I'm the hawk or I'm the prey. I'm the lover or I'm the not. I'm the killer or the killed. You're both at once. It's bouncing back and forth so hard. You have Rob and Andy bouncing back and forth with their vocals so quickly that you're all of that at once. You're in both of those visceral, like, animal natures at once, which is amazing. It's fucking incredible. And then, of course, The River is a pinnacle, and I almost think the pinnacle of what they've done in that vein of, I think, of the feeling of being a raw, naked being, not a conscious being, but
that
a
song
raw.
Could be on Sex Mad.
It could. But even Sex Mad, I think a lot of the things on Sex Mad are still about what it means to be a human in a more psychologically deep but psychological way. This, I think, goes to a much more, for me, a much more creature level, a much more lizard brain level, like four levels back, in a way that I think is fucking gorgeous. And again, music just like the song. It doesn't let me rest. It never lets me stop. It's just always keeping me bouncing back and forth between death and life, sex and death, prey and predator, right? Like back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. So I don't know where I'm at in a joyous way. And then the river lets me sit in my being as a human, my nature, in a way that makes me appreciate and feel deeply joyous and sad about what our curse is and what our gift is to be in this river, in the way that the Buddhists and the Sufis and all of the esoteric religions of the world, those hearts that go beyond the dogma and really dig into the nature of what we are. This is what Rob was bringing forth. And I would defy anyone. I mean, Michelle, you talked about this eloquently, to argue that Rob isn't communicating this through his performance as importantly as what he's saying, meaning how he delivers this in this recording is as critical as what he's saying. And I think the subtlety in his performance in this, to me, is one of his absolute top performances. And I feel like, other than The World Wasn't Built in a Day, one of his most personal, deeply felt, raw, sort of like, fuck, I am so grateful to live in a world where that performance was captured. And I get to go back to it whenever I want and hear this being at this moment in his life sing something so deeply felt that will never go away. And I never have to worry about not being able to touch that again. And thank God, because it's a pinnacle piece of human achievement as far as I'm concerned. So that's my second round. I won't talk about my vote. We all know what my vote is. But Michelle, any other thoughts before we ping to Michael and then do votes? Michael, Jesus Christ. Who the fuck is Michael?
I don't know.
One of the
Matthew,
saints,
I think you're Michael
talking
from now on.
religiously.
Yeah. I think you're Michael from now on.
I don't have anything more to say. No, I don't want to say anything anymore.
I know, I'm sucking all the oxygen.
I love how that song affects you, and I'm jealous as fuck that you can put into words so beautifully. It like gets me choked up how you can put into words how you feel about it. Like I'm envious. I'm so happy for you. Like I want to knit you a blanket so you can wear it.
The song is my blanket. Yep, for sure.
Well, I want to make you a blanket with the words on it so you can tuck yourself in every night. Like it's a you there's no questioning what this does to you, and I'm so thankful for it, and I really love how you love it. I love how you love it. That's what I want to say.
Matthew, you got final thoughts before we vote?
No. Is it? Do I just vote, right? Yeah.
Just vote?
Yeah. Well, yeah, it's a toughie. So I think is an echo of the night the night nothing became everything. It's the other side of that song. And that song wouldn't exist if it weren't for the day everything became nothing. So I think, at the tail end, although I think might make me feel a certain thing more consistently, maybe more viscerally than the river does, but it doesn't stand entirely on its own. And I think as a perfect pearl, the river is more complete somehow, and maybe that's kind of the point. Like I think it's supposed to be a little incomplete, a little bit. It is always lacking something. I think it was like the whole purpose of the whole song is that it is. I think it's that I'm never gonna quite make that connection.
Spell it out. Yeah.
So I think it is seriously a razor's edge for me. I have to give it to the river, but just barely.
All right. The River. One vote for The River. Michelle.
Okay. I so far in this round, in these two songs and any two songs before them, I'm not trying to find the similarities between the two. I'm just looking at one and I'm looking at this one. And
Yeah.
if I'm going to be honest with myself, I am such a music goon. The way I think you know is starts down the street and it's coming to get you. Jordan,
I get
I'm gonna vote. No, honey, I know. Do you?
Of course
No.
I do. I think
Okay,
you know
okay.
kicks ass. The music in
All
that
right.
song is fucking fierce and
I-
indomitable. It is so good.
No, I love it so much. I can't tell you how. I wish I could talk about this song as much as eloquently as you talk about the river, because I just listening to that kind of music, it's just nothing I've ever heard before. It's crazy good. It's so interesting. My vote's gonna be for I Think You Know, and that's because
I
I
think that's
love,
right.
love the music and the screaming.
Yeah.
And I
think
don't know
that's
what
right.
the fuck they're talking about, but
I think that's right.
It's affecting to me.
You know, that's really interesting because, I mean, we all know what my vote's going to be, but for a second here, it is interesting that these two songs really do highlight to me from a distance, if I try to have a little distance, which is hard for me, two of the sides of what makes No Means No so beautiful. On the one hand, it's a song that musically is pretty straightforward, although brilliant, but lyrically is head and shoulders above anything anybody else does. It's just fucking in another stratosphere. And on the other hand, it's a song that also is lyrically pretty cool, but that's not where its real strength lies. What's real strength lies is that musically, it's like something that no one else fucking does. And it's fucking brilliant and insanely good and driving. So here are two poles of what make this band so special and touch three different people in three different ways so deeply, right? Like, I love I Think You Know. Is this a hard choice for me? No, of course not. But that doesn't mean that I Think You Know isn't a song I hold in incredibly high esteem and that I fucking love. I love that song. I think it's so good. And musically, it's so fucking interesting and angular and like nothing else anyone else would have done.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's beautiful. The fact that these two came up against each other. I mean, of course, my vote is The River. So it doesn't go through. It's just in this really unfortunate final round of trying to pit Joyful Reunion versus The River, which is where we're at now, which fuck that. God damn it. I'm ready to say goodbye. I get it. That's fine. What I'm grateful for, let me just say this before we fucking go to this final round. I'm really grateful to have had this opportunity 3 times now, probably for the last, these 3 times to pummel people's fucking eardrums with why I think that song is so important. And thank you all of you out there for listening. And I remember one listener, I'll never forget this. If you're still listening, God bless you. But one listener I remember one time on the fucking internet on our Facebook page wrote, I have a list of things that I write to myself to cheer me up on bad days, little memos about kittens and little memos about this and things that make them happy. And now I've added Jordan talking for 40 minutes about the river. I'm like, okay,
oh, holy shit. I don't remember that at all.
Yeah. So I'm super glad to know that has, you know, that I think about that probably more often than I should. But
oh, that's great.
So no matter where this next vote goes, I'm just grateful to have been able to talk about what I think is one of the best pieces of art in all time. Now we're going to talk about the last bit here. So we're going to talk about Joyful Reunion versus The River. It's my turn to go first. We know what my vote's going to be, but let me just say, both of these songs are incredible, and these are more of a one-to-one fucking, I mean, Jesus Christ, both of them fairly simple musically, both complex lyrically, both very moving, very intense. For Matthew, I know one has deep resonance because of the time period it affected him. For me, The River was the same way. This is like fucking not David and Goliath. This is Goliath and Goliath. This is fucking two kaiju meeting across the ocean. They've sucked in the entirety of the Earth's ocean and magma, and they're spouting it at each other in a battle that will never fucking end. And for me,
but which one has the two singing twins?
Well, yeah, both of them have the two fucking singing twins. Yeah, no, Mothra doesn't get invited to this one. Yeah, man, I've got nothing more to say about either of these songs. They're so fucking good. I think I've said everything I need to say about both of them. They're both brilliant. For me, though, whatever. My subjectivity and my obsessions with the nature of being a individual human and the depth to which I think Rob. Well, I'll say this. I think Rob's performance in both of these is brilliant and completely on the opposite sides of what he's trying to do. One is really pulling my face to his in Joyful Reunion in a joyful way that really does touch me and motivates me and moves me. And with The River, he pulls me in across the gap to him. He's a lonely soul and mirrors my loneliness in a way that moves me to move into the music. So in the way that I said the Joyful Reunion like smashes through the fourth wall, this one The River pulls me back through the fourth wall to Rob. Yeah, they're both such different songs and I love them both and either of them should go through. So for me, it's The River and it'll be what it'll be. So Michelle, what's your vote?
Maybe my my internet will go out, so I don't have to be the icebreaker here.
It's too late, and
because it
doesn't
really
matter.
is
like I said,
be my
vote. I'm not gonna be mad either way. You vote for what you feel.
Okay.
I mean, it's not my fault if the podcast gets canceled after this. It's just on the show.
Okay. I'm going to be an honest person. I'm going to vote for Joyful Reunion. Oh my God.
Oof.
Oh fuck. I can't even look at you. I can't even look.
Betrayal.
I know it.
God. Just can't believe it.
I know. It's the guitar, it's the pick slide and the double drums. I'm so simple-minded.
They're double drums on the fucking in the fish tank version. Don't pull this double drum shit on me.
Well, I did.
They both have double drums.
Double your pleasure with double mid drums.
All right, Matthew, go ahead. Put me out of my misery.
Oh God.
No, bury the lead. No. Yeah, they're both really pretty meaningful songs. One is about feeling bad because you couldn't help somebody.
Yeah, I know how that feels.
And the other one is not giving a fuck because of somebody that tried to defeat you. And yeah. Both of them, I mean, relatively simple musically, relatively understandable. Like the structure is, you can listen to them and understand the lyrics, and maybe Joyful Reunion's a little bit more kind of sound bitey, a little bit more kind of little nuggets of wisdom, whereas the River is more of a coherent feeling somehow. Yeah. Sorry, Jordan. It's Joyful Reunion for me.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
It just
this is terrible.
Means more to me at more times than the River has, and it just gets me much more charged up somehow in a productive way rather than in a melancholy way. Somehow the energy that it gives me is more useful to me in some way, I guess. So and the drums just kick ass.
They kick ass in the river too.
They
where I'm going to pull out.
This is
where I'm going to pull out. I know I'm not
no.
going to change anybody's mind, but this is where I get to pull out my wait, hear me out. Right? We've talked about this, right?
Yeah.
Where someone gets to say, wait, hear me out. I know neither of you are going to change your opinion, and frankly, in a certain way, this is a gift because removing the river from rotation means that I really get to be free in the rest of these because my baby is gone. And so I get to just say, great, I'll just take each of them away. But I want to say, I don't think the river is just, and I'm not trying to peg what you just said to be all that you feel about it. I don't think the river is just about not being able to help someone else. I think it's about something so deeply fundamental in the beauty of the feeling that we have that's deeply human in wanting to reach and connect, and the deeply impossible that's a deeply impossible thing to ask from an ontological perspective, that frisson of, in any event, I just think it's such a complex song. And I think Joyful Reunion in its own way also is, in a different way. These are two so different songs. And you're right, Joyful Reunion does fucking amp me up. And yet the river, to me, as my last paean to it before I don't get to talk about it again, makes me so grateful to be a thinking, feeling person in the way that only no means no can, because it's not about saying, look at how joyful life is. It's about saying, making me see what it means to be alive in the most nakedly real way possible, that I just absolutely am grateful for the experience of the sadness, terror, longing, and joy of being a human being. Whereas Joyful Reunion to me pushes me out and gives me energy, but doesn't pull me back to my center. It makes me want to move forward, but it doesn't pull me back to what is most fundamental about my being, which is what I appreciate about the river. So it's fine that it doesn't go through, because both these songs fucking rule, and Joyful Reunion fucking rules, and it absolutely deserves to be in the final. And I feel like I was able to say what I wanted to say about the river today, and I feel super grateful about that. And I'm not mad at either of you, and the podcast isn't canceled, although, it could be, but it won't be. But yeah, man, I guess the river, pouring one out for you, because you're just one of the best pieces of art of all time.
It is about acceptance. But at some level, it's also about free will. And I don't know. I think maybe, the river is given in, and Joyful Reunion is not given in.
Yes, and that's where I totally disagree. I think for me, the way that the river makes me contend with what it is to be the most human makes me ready and willing to cross that gap, because it's making me face the naked truth of what I am. And Joyful Reunion is trying to push me past that gap without necessarily interrogating that. And
acceptance
for me,
and resistance.
Exactly. So they are, I mean, perfect pairing, frankly, in a way, like perfect pairing. Like if the river's going to go out to any song, boy, I'm glad it's something like this and not some bullshit that I'm mad about. I'm not mad about it going out against Joyful Reunion. I'd be more pissed if this was some other fucking song and you guys are like, blah, blah, blah. And I'd be like, fuck you. But this is like, Joyful Reunion kicks ass. So they are thematically tied together so well that, I feel good about it. And so I can mourn it. I can mourn it happily. But fuck, this is a 2-hour episode, and that's fucking great.
Yeah.
So let's see. Joyful Reunion won out against Give Me the Push. The River won out against I Think You Know. These were all very close calls all around. Yes. And then in the final accounting,
it's gonna get worse.
The Joyful Reunion. Look at this. I actually wrote The River under final bout. That's how just unconscious my typing was.
Right.
Joyful Reunion won out against The River. And if next week I come back and I say that it was the river that won, you can all just chalk that up to a Mandela effect, and you'll never know otherwise.
No, I'm going to let you say it, and I'm going to pretend it's still in there.
Berenstein Bears. Dolly wears braces. Sorry, that's just a fact. And all of that shit. And Haas avocados is spelled with 2 A's. Come at me. So anyway,
yeah, it totally.
The rest. It's not, though. Did you know that? It's actually HASS. It's never been HAAS. Never. Weird. And never once in history has it been HAAS ever. It's HASS, which fuck that. It's never been that for me. So I'm from Universe A. Anyway, No Means No Thing is produced and edited by yours truly, Jordan Flato. Co-hosting and podcast graphics, excellent fucking podcast graphics, are by the imitable Matthew Kowalik. Michelle Strangers is our third, and let's face it, everyone's favorite, especially Andy's co-host and officially Foley artist. Sound mixing is by my boy Parker Flato. Shout out to our official mascot Teddy. Thank you to No Means No for the use of stock taking as our intro and outro music. I wanted it all, but now I find I'm lost.